Welcome back, friends, to more Lord of the Rings Online. At the end of the last episode, I did find the heaping pile of Uruk corpse burning that Eomer left in his wake while looking for Merry and Pippin, of course. And we were to chase them into the Eaves of Fangorn, but before I go down that road, I do want to finish up here in Eworth, so I'm back here to finish up some of the quests, and we will continue the epic storyline later on.
Our mission is dire.
Long has the Wormfather plagued our herds. It is a joy to know that he is no more. You have the gratitude of the people of Eworth. Oh yeah, by the way, dang it, I forgot. I'm supposed to be really mad right now. I'm supposed to be really annoyed. You know why? Because if you remember also at the last episode, my inventory was full. So we had these things here. Dark Talisman. I picked one up, but it didn't start the quest for me because my inventory was full, but there was a quest in that dungeon that I spent a long time crawling in, so let me open it up. This shard of obsidian appears to be a fragment of some strange talisman. It may be that the talisman is the source of the evil dwelling in Briggenstall, the burial cave of Wadfin. Perhaps the other fragments are locked away in chests within Briggenstall. Yeah, unfortunate. So if you remember, in that little dungeon there were all these little chests, and I think I made a comment wondering what they were for, because there didn't seem to be a quest related to them. It would be odd to have like these chests that you can hit, but anyways, now I know the answer. It's just very unfortunate that I have to go back there, because it's very out of the way. So yeah, try never to have your inventory full, or you may miss a important quest item.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
There have always been dark legends about Wadfin, and your tale bears them out. I wonder why the dead have awakened now. It's no matter. You have done us a service by destroying their chieftain. Don't really like that shield. The boots. Not a big fan of them either.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Ah, you have returned. The materials you have brought will go far to aid my people. If you still desire to aid us, I have more tasks for you.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I am impressed by your courage, Kippen. The Vale has become a dangerous place, and you braved it to bring us the materials we need to arm ourselves for the siege. If you are willing, I have one more task for you. Use the ore and branches you gathered to craft spears at the blacksmith's forge. When this is done, deliver the spears to the guards throughout the city, then return to me. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed that I have to go back to that dungeon, but what are you gonna do?
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
This at least is a sign that we will defend ourselves if attacked. I only hope that Lord Ingmar convinces his father to take swifter action.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
A fresh spear. That is well. We shall soon be overrun by orcs.
What brings you to these lands?
You have shown courage and kindness in your efforts, Kippen, but I still cannot allow you to pass.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Kippen, a moment. The kindness you have shown our people has come to the attention of Lady Tola, Lord Ingmar's new wife. She wishes to express her gratitude to you in person. Lord Ingmar's home is in the northern part of the city. Speak with Darmond, the door warden, and he will grant you access to Lady Tola.
Our mission is dire.
Ah, Kippen the warden. Lady Tola awaits you within. Please enter.
Another lesson learned.
Are you Kippen? Word of your kindness has come to me, and I desire to thank you. It is not often that strangers offer their aid, nor that they are offered hospitality in return. These days are dire. However, I confess it was not to show gratitude alone that I summoned you hither.
Every struggle is a step towards greatness.
Alas, Kippen, you have no doubt learned we are facing a siege of orcs from the Misty Mountains. The Odin King has decreed a ban on hunting orcs in Rohan, which my husband's father is rigidly hesitant to break. Nevertheless, Ingmar, my husband, desires to earn glory in battle and counsels his father to defend our lands by allowing him to lead an assault on the orcs. I fear that if he does this thing, he will not return, and I will be left a widow, only newly married. Ingmar's grandmother is Reeve Ingbert's chief counselor and speaks wisdom on behalf of Theoden King's decree. Perhaps if you speak with her, she can help convince the Reeve of the wisdom of preparing our defenses here in Eworth, rather than to send my husband to meet the enemy on an open field. Will you do this?
What brings you to these lands?
Thank you for this spear, Kippen. The shaft of my old one had been cracked for some time. Do need to reforge as well when I get a chance. Let me take a look at the map. Should be a quest ring in here, yep.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Be of good cheer, Kippen. This spear shall skewer orcs before long. Alright. Let me go a little south.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Hold, Warden. Did I not say the Reeve was not to be disturbed?
Our success depends upon our strength.
You say Lady
Lead us.
Tola sent you to speak with Lady Goda? I will not then deny you entrance. However, be aware that there is a bitter debate within between Ingbert, Ingmar, and Goda. I do not recommend interrupting them unless you have good reason to. If you still wish to enter, let me know and I will unlock the door. Okay, before I do that, let me reforge real quick since he's right here.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Well, let me do that. Okay. Very good. Very well, Warden. You may enter.
Ingmar, my husband, seeks to persuade his father to allow him to lead a force of men against the orcs who now threaten us, despite Theoden King's ban. I hope his grandmother, Lady Goda, may bring wisdom to the debate.
Can we come to an agreement on this matter? Is there no choice that will satisfy all? I do not see how, my son. Theoden King has decreed a ban upon hunting of orcs. Can we in good conscience disregard his commands? Surely Theoden King's edict does not extend to repelling invaders. It is madness. Perhaps you should ask the stranger's advice. I am sure it could be eye-opening.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You there, what is your name? Kippen, you say? You are a stranger here, so perhaps you might provide my father wiser counsel than either myself or my grandmother. I believe the best defense for Eworth against the coming siege is to attack the orcs directly and to subvert the siege before it has begun. Do you not believe this to be wise counsel? Do you see, father? Even a stranger can see the wisdom in my plan. Kippen does agree. Neither your grandmother nor I contest that wisdom, Ingmar. Nevertheless, the king's will is clear. Is there no other choice than to defy him? Indeed, my son, Theoden King is not an old dotard without reason. He gives us assurances that all will be well in the end. However, though you may not see it, I do not truly disagree with you, Ingmar. We are surely permitted to defend ourselves. Do you agree, stranger?
You have done well.
I do not deny that under the ordinary circumstances, great glory might have been won by attacking the foe, and perhaps the siege might be averted. But we are forbidden to attack the orcs by Theoden King himself. Under such circumstances, would it not be treason to attack the orcs? Would it not be wiser to counsel to fortify the city and prepare for a siege? It cannot be denied that we may defend ourselves against an attack, for then we are not the hunters. What do you say? A dilemma to be certain, but no one without solution. Let us build our defenses here in Eworth. We can hold the city with less loss of life than an assault against the orcs. What you say would be true if we did not have to worry about the outlying farms. What of them? Enough, I can think no more on this. We will continue the discussion later.
Our mission is dire.
I am more at odds with myself than ever. Arguments have been made for both causes, but I am still uncertain. Can you see no other options? My grandson is headstrong and will not listen to reason. I believe Tola's fears to be justified. Let us speak of this later. Alright.
Thank you for your help.
Alas, Kippen, I am still torn between loyalty to my king and to my people.
I need you to do this.
You have seen how divided my house is, Kippen. However, I think Ingmar had the right of it when he said that you, a stranger, could perhaps give wiser counsel than they, for you were not so close to the situation. Will you speak with both my mother and Ingmar, learn their positions more closely and determine the wisdom of their arguments? Perhaps then you might advise me. My own feelings interfere with my thoughts. You should accept both support Goda and support Ingmar to learn their positions, but you may only complete one of them. Which quest you complete will determine who you will support throughout the story arc. The choice is for role-playing purposes only. Does that mean that it doesn't affect the quests? It's another one of these where somebody trying to record a 100% playthrough of the game is devastated. So I'll listen to them, I'll make my choice, and then I'll have to maybe artificially recreate a quest line. Okay. So let's do it.
I need your help.
My mother, Kippen, is a strong woman and wise. She has long been chief counselor and has never led me astray. In the matter of orcs, she counsels that we refrain from attacking them directly, for Theoden King has forbidden it. My loyalty and duty to the king dictates that I comply, yet I am uneasy. Eworth itself has been raided on numerous occasions, and large numbers of orcs amassed not far from here in clear preparation to lay siege upon us. Why then should we refrain from attacking them first, as Ingmar would do? Alas, I know not the answer. Speak with my mother and learn the heart of her arguments. Let me know if you decide that hers is the wisest course.
I need your help.
How I yearn to ride forth with my son against these orcs, who dare intrude upon the lands of House Leotharn. Yet I know in my age that my desire, like Ingmar's, is driven more for lust for glory than for the care of my people. I am torn, for I do see reason behind Ingmar's arguments, but it is greater than my mother's. The lives that would be saved by following my mother's advice would be great, but would it resolve the issue of the orcs marauding the Entwash Vale? Speak with Ingmar and learn the full reason behind his plans. Then return to me, and I will make my decision. Alright, so give me a second. Let me do a little bit of looking up to decide kind of what I want to do here. So, the best that I understand it, the quest decision actually doesn't affect anything. You can only pick one of these two, obviously, but they both lead to the same next quest, I believe, from what I understand. So, let me talk to each of them, and then I'll make my decision.
Oh, thank you.
I understand that Tola sent you to speak with me, to help you convince my son to refuse Ingmar's plan. Indeed, as you have heard, I have been doing just that. The argument is moot, for Theoden King's law must rule our decisions. This land is ours only by his command, and we owe our allegiance to him through unbreakable oaths. Understand, I do not debate Ingmar's position. If we were permitted, I would be the first to say, strike at the heart of the enemy. But we are restricted. That is why I propose that we strengthen our defenses here at Eworth. Defending a bastion such as this would reduce the losses well beyond what we would see by assaulting the orcs. My grandson questions my reasoning, citing the safety of the outlier farms, but many of those farms have already been abandoned and many more refugees arrive in Eworth every day. I believe his lust for glory has blinded his sensibilities. The greater wisdom says that we should defend Eworth with all our might. Word has already been sent to Thornhope, our city to the north. I expect further aid from Thane Wolfhard in any moment. Will you defend the position in Ingbert? Consider it well. Okay, let me talk with him.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Bah, we stand here and debate the wisdom of attacking the orcs as if driving away invaders from the Entwash Vale could possibly be the motive behind Theoden King's edict. There's rumor that Saruman the White, ever the friend and ally of the Rohirrim, has subjected a tribe of orcs beneath his hand. Surely these are the orcs which the king protects, yet the invaders are from the Misty Mountains. What glory is there in holding up behind these walls, waiting for orcs to burn them down around us and kill every man, woman, and child within? That is cowardice. Understand, my grandmother is indeed a wise woman, but she is also stubborn. She does not comprehend the opportunity that we have. The orcs are not mustered enough in strength to lay siege to Eworth. If we strike now, we can cripple their efforts and drive the mongrels forth from the Entwash Vale. There is no safety within the walls of wood. Fire burns wood, and the orcs are master wielders of fire. Will you support my position with my father? Perhaps you may bring him courage and wisdom. Okay, so I think, you know, we have the gift of knowing how the story in Lord of the Rings plays out. We know the Theoden King is under the poisoning influence of Saruman the White via Grima Wormtongue, so we know that the edict is really to protect Saruman and not to protect Rohan. So I'm more inclined to take an offensive approach through Ingmar. So that's probably what I'll do. So before I do that, let me artificially recreate this one, the help or support Goda quest.
You have done well.
So if I were to continue this, I would then talk to Ingbert after accepting that. And Ingbert would say, you have a moment to convey your support of Goda's position to Reeve Ingbert. I understand my son's desire to ride into battle. In my youth, I was much the same. Few beyond Rohan comprehend what it is to earn glory in the heat of battle. However, my mother's advice, as you say, seems the greater. My mind is decided. We shall follow Lady Goda's advice. And that would conclude that quest. But I'm gonna go with this
Our
one.
mission is dire.
Thank you for your help.
You take a moment to convey your support of Ingmar's plan, igniting the passion for glory within Ingbert's heart. I will not remain holed up within these walls like a coward. His manner calms a little. It is true that we have the opportunity to scatter these orcs like chaff on the wind, but only if we attack first. I have made my decision.
You did very well.
So you have heard their arguments and have come to a conclusion? Ingbert listens patiently while you impart your counsel. Indeed, I believe you are correct. It is disheartening to be forced to choose whom loyalty shall be granted, but I must agree with your counsel.
I need you to do this.
I have given my son charge of preparing for the assault on the orcs, though I still will not give him leave to lead the assault himself. If you still desire to aid us, speak with Ingmar and do what he bids you. Perhaps if you so desire, you may lead the assault against Maustazg. My mother and I will continue to oversee siege preparations here in Eworth. Now, I think this quest would also open up if you had chosen the other one, but maybe the dialogue would have been a little bit different. Let me see real quick. Okay, anyway, sorry, I was just kind of looking a little bit more into it, but we'll figure it out, especially at the end of the season when I go through the completionist checklist. For now, I'll just continue.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I thank you for your efforts on my behalf, Kippen. Despite my grandmother's reservations, the garnering of glory is not my main intent. The defense of my people is at the heart of my plan, and the best defense? Well, I'm sure you know my meaning. Before we can assault the orcs at Maustazg, however, we must know their true strength. For this purpose, I would have you ride a patrol through the Vale. Let me mark the points on your map. There, go swiftly and safely, my friend. Okay. Let's roll. Why did I get on a war steed? I don't know. Let me dismount, actually, and get on a regular horse. Quest available. Blinding the enemy. While patrolling the Antwash Vale for Lord Ingmar, you came across some orc scouts. You should defeat a few. Okay.
What business have you? with
Thank
the
you,
Rohirrim?
Kippen. I will need a fresh spear. Okay, so I did that. Let me go back up here and turn these quests in.
What brings you to these lands?
Thank you for your services, Kippen. We shall be prepared for whatever course of action Reeve Ingbert decides upon us. Alright. And now... Okay, now I can leave the city, I think. No. I thought I could jump, but I couldn't. Okay. Let's go again. I'm gonna go towards the patrol point to begin. I do need to kill a few of these though. Okay. Let me go kill a few more of these. Oh, that guy's all the way back there. Very good. Let's see. The quest ring here, there you go. Patrol the first point. Second point is south. Perfect. Quest action available. Evidence of evil. While burning the tents in the orcs of Maustazg, the opportunity has arisen to seek the cause of the orcs' invasion. You should search boxes to find evidence of the source of the orcs' invasion. While patrolling the Antwash Vale, an opportunity to sow mayhem at the enemy camp of Maustazg presents itself. You should burn tents in Maustazg. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, I accidentally attacked that guy. Okay. Let me go in there. I think I'll probably just kind of run through here a little bit. Probably stop here. Yeah, the problem is there's a ton of archers. These elite archers are a pain, especially because they silenced me. My god, that's a big boy. Okay. Let me destroy all this stuff. Burn some tents. All the good stuff. Did those tents not count? I don't know. There's a captain there. I don't really care about him. For now, at least. Alright, let me... the stupid silence. Let me come over here to this archer. Too many archers. Okay, let's burn down more tents. There's a supply box right there. Nothing of interest in this box. There's one down there. Okay, so I got all those, and I don't know, I feel like I feel like it's in that big tent. But I don't want to go in there unless I have to. There's nothing in there. There's a supply box over there. Dang it, I aggroed him. That sucks. I didn't have to, but I did. You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna drop the aggro. They're still looking at me. That's weird. Dang it. So many enemies here, man. It's very dense. Okay. Let me get that supply box. Hopefully it'll be in here. Still nothing. Maybe that one. Gonna have to aggro this whole camp, aren't I? Maybe not. Maybe I can... Still nothing, huh? Dang it. Let me go around through here and grab it. There you go. Finally found it. Okay. Let me get on my war steed. And I'm gonna keep patrolling to the south. All the way over there. And I still need to kill some mounted units. The third point's all the way to the east now. Good. Let me grab that guy. Then I'll have to see about this warband. I don't know if that's the one I've done already. It might be. Let me see. I have previously completed it, so I'll decline it for now. He is moving towards me, though. So let me get out of here. You need to get the scouts. Need to kill one more of those. Okay, so the fourth point is going to be all the way over there. I think it needs to be a scout, right? Or does a skirmisher work? Just says mounted units. Okay, good. Okay. And we need to go to the fifth point. The final point. All the way up there. There we go. Done with all of that, I think. Or am I missing a quest? Dark Talisman. That's the one from that little dungeon I'm gonna have to go back to. Ugh. Let me just unmount.
What brings you to these lands?
You acted wisely, Kippen. The fear-mounted enemies we faced, the greater our advantage.
What brings you to these lands?
Well done, Kippen. It was wise thinking for your part when you brought mayhem down upon the heads of the orcs. Now they will be in greater disarray when we attack. Our preparations are now complete.
Will you aid the horse lord?
This is ill news, Kippen. These orders are in common speech rather than the orcs' fell tongue, which means their true leader is not of orc kind. Worse still, they tell of a traitor in our midst. We must be watchful, lest the orcs learn our plan.
What business have you?
Your raid was brilliant. When we attack, the orcs will be in terrible disarray. Okay, very good. So we will continue with the quest here in Eworth in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you then.